has lost not only a boss, but someone that you looked up to, someone that you believed in his mission, that you also you loved listening to his show. If you guys do need anything, please reach out.
What's going on?
I loved a man for 5 years. He was in construction.
He cheated.
Exactly, 1,000,000 times.
Bro, what the Can a man just have a fucking construction job?
He's here tonight.
How do you know the construction worker is here? You see him?
The feds are alleging Little Durk put $1 million on Quando Rondo's head. Oh my gosh. We about to find out. Now, if y'all ain't know, which I know y'all know, Quando Rondo got shot at. His friend, cousin, somebody, Lil Pap died. Lil Durk in jail. He ain't never getting out.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS.
Find out about some pineapples. You feel me? Find out about your pineapples.
We're gonna be speaking on the feds
Eat your fruit.
that Lil Durk put $1 million hit on Quando Rondo. Now you don't
Get your bag.
draw at any time.
Feel me?
You can even do it while you're watching
Feel me?
and download the
Feel me?
claim Lil Durk put $1 million bounty on Quando Rondo's head, and it would come with some paperwork stating the discovery also shows that defendant Banks used his trusted lieutenants, defendant Wilson and co-conspirator 5, to recruit hitmen to fly to Southern California on August 18th, 2022 to kill Quando Rondo. Consistent with defendant Banks' promise to reward co-conspirators, defendant Wilson solicited hitmen by promising to pay a $1 million reward on behalf of defendant Banks in exchange for flying to LA to commit the murder. The feds reportedly claimed Lil Durk put $1 million bounty on Quando Rondo's head, and it would come with some paperwork stating the discovery also shows that defendant Banks used his trusted lieutenants, defendant Wilson and co-conspirator 5, to recruit hitmen to fly to Southern California on August 18th, 2022 to kill Quando Rondo. Consistent with defendant Banks' promise to reward co-conspirators, defendant Wilson solicited hitmen by promising to pay a $1 million reward on behalf of defendant Banks in exchange for flying to LA to commit the murder.
So you flew them to
I can't see
jail.
what it says because I got Jolie.
I just said flew them to jail. You flew them on a flight and talked about it in text messages? How dumb are we, bro? Like, bro, we are not in 1992 anymore. This is not 1992.
The government has also disclosed a list of defendant Banks and OTF's music videos in which defendant Wilson, Houston, and the rest is cut off, right? And we can jump into the comment section. Jaleesa is saying free Quando. Some other people are reacting. This person is saying they got this from a Vlad interview Lil Tim did. Now, before we get into that interview, this is...
Y'all all know Vlad the police. Come on, Vlad been the police.
The federal website Pacer, where you can look up Fed cases, right? And this is the actual motion filed by the government in which this paperwork is in. Now, what they're talking about in this, in response to a claim, the defendant's reply briefs that nowhere does this discovery set forth anything resembling a fix. It's just like a lot of legal shit, a lot of quoting cases, etc., etc. And then this is where we're getting into the details. Here, the detailed SSI, together with the government's substantial and organized discovery, the government has alleged, and its discovery clearly supports the straightforward theory that defendant Banks told co-conspirators he would reward anyone who helped kill his rival, Quando Rondo. That defendant Banks and other OTF conspirators attempted to murder Quando in Los Angeles, and that even though the co-conspirators killed the other guy, not Quando, defendant Banks nonetheless rewarded co-conspirators by, among other things, featuring many...
That was Lil Pap. Right here. Where is it at? Where is it at? Go back.
Banks nonetheless rewarded co-conspirators killed the other guy.
They killed Pab right here.
Not Quando, defendant Banks nonetheless rewarded co-conspirators by, among other things, featuring many of the direct participants in the murder in music videos and rap lyrics in the months following the murder. For example, the government anticipates that a cooperating witness will testify that defendant Banks made...
So he's saying that instead of giving him $1 million, he just put him in a music video? You just want to murder somebody. Took a man off the face of this earth. And he put you in a music video. Let me hear that one more time. Maybe I heard it wrong.
In music videos and rap lyrics in the months following the murder. For example, the government anticipates that a cooperating witness will testify that defendant Banks made clear to the witness and other OTF members that anyone who killed Quando would be made straight, otherwise known as handsomely rewarded. The discovery also shows the defendant Banks.
So we got a snitch. And this is they snitch him.
Right? This is where we see the paperwork.
They snitch him.
Consistent with defendant Banks' promise to reward co-conspirators, defendant Wilson solicited hitmen by promising to pay $1 million. Now, this is very important, right?
Okay.
Because how it's being projected is Durk was the one that offered the $1 million.
Yeah.
And as everyone knows, Durk is...
I didn't hear Durk's name not one time.
Worth more than $1 million to be able to offer $1 million.
Yeah,
but
don't nobody else in OTF got $1 million, let alone 500,000, let alone 100,000. Like, let's be realistic.
This paperwork. The feds are alleging Banks was the one offering the hit.
Who's Banks?
But the paperwork is stating...
Oh, wait, Banks is Durk?
Wilson solicited the hitman by promising to pay $1 million on
behalf of Banks.
Of Durk. Now, Drew Finley,
okay.
Durk's lawyer, Melly's lawyer, Young Boy's lawyer, I guarantee you...
Drew Finley is rich. That nigga is like...
anything saying Durk is the one who said this. Durk is the one who said that. It's a whole lot of these dudes were saying it on behalf of Durk.
Okay.
And now the feds are like, look, we got a guy that's willing to...
So basically, Durk didn't say nothing. He said he was going around saying, yo, do this. We gonna pay you $1 million. You get that done, we got you. But Durk didn't say nothing. So in all reality, how are you gonna charge him with something he didn't say out his mouth? I'm just saying, me personally.
Testify that Durk said he was gonna do this, but other than that, it's almost all their word against his. And the whole reason they're willing to testify is because they're wrapped up in this case. They have no other way to get out because they can't afford a $1 million lawyer.
Yeah.
So the only thing they can do is, well, Durk said this, Durk said that, Durk said this. But all the paperwork is saying other people said it. It's not saying Durk said it. They don't have video.
So they try and loop it around to make. They really want him.
It's all other people putting the pieces together.
Okay.
Now this is interesting because this isn't talking about a $1 million bounty on Quando's head. This is talking about a $1 million bounty on Lil Tim's head.
Yeah.
After killing King Von.
Well,
we knew about that
to a certain degree because you're in Georgia.
Everybody knew
Georgia
about
has
this.
a stand your ground law.
Right.
If this had happened in LA or New York, you wouldn't have been able to, have that law work in your benefit. And unfortunately, the law works both ways. Because, Trayvon Martin when George Zimmerman killed him, he used that same law to get off. Even
That was a crazy case, not gonna lie. I don't really agree with that.
though I thought that was bullshit, but whatever, it is what it is. But in your case, it actually helped you because it was proven that you were.
Hey, if you know anything about what I just did, get what you gotta get, roll it up, or pack it up, however you gotta do it. Fire it up, dab it up, get right.
Were protecting your friend and you were standing your ground, and ultimately they had to drop all the charges. How did Quando react when you finally told him?
I was super happy, but he probably was happier than me.
This ain't even green.
He tried to come through the phone. He like, yeah, well, we finna do this, we finna do that, we finna do this, we finna do that. He making plans for me. I ain't even made for my own self. He like, cuz, we better get.
It's a clip I need.
I was super happy, but he probably was happier than me.
Damn. He said
He
Quando was
tried to
happier
come through
than
the
him.
phone. He like, yeah, well, we finna do this, we finna do that, we finna do this, we finna do that. He making plans for me. I ain't even made for my own self. He like, cuz, we about to get this real money now, all this type of stuff. Like, he more happier than me.
That's crazy.
Well,
He wasn't
but
even actually like.
at that time, you couldn't actually be around Quando
No,
because what were you under some sort of
that was
guidelines?
like,
You
yeah,
can't be around certain people.
yeah. But I'm like,
What's crazy about that too is if y'all remember,
That's the same
Durk
thing
and Vaughn
Lil
caught
Durk
that
and
attempted
Vaughn.
murder in Atlanta,
Yup.
and they weren't allowed to be around each other or communicate with each other because they were co-defendants in the case. So literally the moments leading up to the ending of Vaughn's life, he couldn't even be around Durk.
Wow.
And then the same person that killed him ends up under the same stipulation with Quando Rondo. They can't be around each other. But obviously Quando's excited for his friend because his friend essentially,
Just beat a murder case.
I'm not gonna say saved his life because it was a fight,
Yeah.
but he defended his friend and then was charged with the murder and beat it. So of course Quando's gonna be happy for him.
Facts.
in my head, I'm like, it's not like he charged with anything. It's not like he my co-defendant. Why I can't be around him? Ain't like he did nothing. But that was one of the restrictions, not to be around though.
Now, there was a rumor around this time that there was a $1 million bounty on your head.
Yeah.
Did you hear about it?
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
He said he heard
He like-
about it. I'm sure he did though. Not gonna lie.
It's like, damn. At the moment, somebody could really want to take that and really try to do something, but it's like, at the end of the day, is you gonna be able to go back and get that money? Like, is you gonna make it back home? Cause it's like, it's not like I might just sit here and let no one come kill me. So it's like, I'm gonna stand on my 10. I'm gonna stand my ground. So it's like, you could try.
Is you gonna make
try
it
do
back
what
to
you
your
tryna do.
family?
But is you gonna be able to go get your money? Like, is you gonna be able to make it back home?
Yeah.
Is you ever gonna be able to exceed $1 million? Like,
Damn.
Okay, so he's looking at it from the perspective of I'm not a bitch, you know? Y'all see who I just killed. Are you gonna be able to just come take me out? And I'll say this, right? I disagree and agree with what he said for different reasons. I disagree with, I'm a killer too. Bro, when they hop out, there ain't nothing you could fucking do. And we've seen this with
TBH,
multiple situations,
Zoo.
from Zoo getting killed to Doug
literally
getting
just
killed.
said
When
that.
they jump out and you got 4 or 5 people firing at you in broad day, like there's nothing, your reaction, you might be able to pull out, you might be able to even fire off. But when you got 4 different guns aimed at you and they're all going off, and the thing is, you'll ride around and you might see it coming and be like, oh, they ain't gonna do that. We're in front of all these people, all these cameras, and they jump out and it just happens. It just happens. Your last memory was thinking they ain't gonna do it, and then they do it, and then they all get locked up, right? Because you're being logical
Yeah.
with illogical
You
minds.
can't be logical with
Now,
gangsters.
the logic
They
that
gonna
I'm
kill
thinking of
you.
is, yeah, would they even be able to see the money? Because realistically, if you want to break things down from a logical standpoint, Durk makes all of his money legally.
Off music, shows,
Legally.
albums.
Unless he's doing small venues where he's getting paid cash, he's doing major arenas, major shows. He's not getting paid cash, bro. They're signing contracts for these things. You know what I mean? So all of this money.
Hey, that's where we gonna end it off. Allegedly, the feds say Durk dropped $1 million, but they saying he also didn't even say it.